Hello everyone, and now welcome to Game 2 in the series between WarchiefRich and Juan. Pawn Juan here on Nomad Isle 1.2, and WarchiefRich has spawned as the green Night Elf player here at the 5 o'clock position. Meanwhile, it looks like Juan has spawned as the yellow undead. Now, a couple of things to note in the previous matchup. It really felt like Juan was never willing to commit in a matchup. Every time he was thinking about trying to engage, he would engage, and then one of his units would get a little bit too far in and then back off, and as that unit was backing off, that unit would get picked off, and that strategy and that occurrence just happened time and time again, allowing Juan to get in a lot of free shots and free damage onto his opponent. Once you give your opponent that many opportunities to get free experience, it is very, very difficult to really gain any sort of traction. I would have really been interested to see. Apparently, they're playing constructed as well. I would really like to see both of these players. What would have happened if really Juan just tried to attack straight up? Okay, rank 17. Wow, that's really high. Unless it was just tier. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look. Death Knight and Ghouls currently just being added as well. We can see back off over here, Tomb of Relics is being placed down, and it looks like Juan is going to be going for that Death Knight opening, where he may sell off his Scroll of Town Portal in order to pick up a Rod of Necromancy and the Rod of Necromancy and also that Dust of Appearance. Alright, it looks like they're just talking about the tiers, not the actual rankings. Meanwhile, let's take a look at this. Demon Hunter is about to pop on out as well. We can see that the Ancient of War already tanking the damage from this 5-3-1 creep camp. And this game is now underway as the Wisp is doing its best job to keep this Ancient of War running. Death Knight gonna quickly sell and now pick up the Rod of Necromancy and that Dust of Appearance. Unholy Aura does increase the movement speed of this Death Knight pretty significantly. As you can see, I believe it's a 10% movement speed increase. And also gives, I believe, a regeneration as well. Is the Death Knight going to make its way over? Yes, it will, but I don't know if he's going to be able to steal any experience. All right, Death Knight arrives at the party a day late and $1 short, and doesn't have any. No, does have a couple of quick skeletons there. As the skeletons now doing a little bit of splitting, you can see that them going after the Archer and also going after this Wisp off to the north. WarchiefRich may not realize that he's going to lose a Wisp up there. Yes, he does end up losing it, as the Death Knight could perhaps get another Wisp shot there, and yes, he does get 2 Wisps. So the Death Knight, excuse me, now able to get 2 very, very quick shots off. Now, the Demon Hunter is still sitting at level 1, not quite yet up to level 2. Ancient of War quickly rooted and now training up archers, and this is extremely important. This is perhaps one of the weaknesses of the strategy, is that Ancient of War is uprooted for so long. If WarchiefRich had actually tried to walk back with that Ancient of War, he wouldn't have that many units. So more importantly, he decided to just leave that Ancient of War where it is so that he can perhaps make a bit of a play elsewhere. You can see that the Wisp are actually draining many of the Moonwells though, as the Demon Hunter still not up to level 2 just quite yet. A Wisp detonation would quickly turn things around. No, Demon Hunter get to level 2 off of the skeletal minion there, and now the Death Knight has to deal with mana burn in addition to evasion, and that is going to be problematic for him. Death Knight now backing off. Meanwhile, an army of ghouls already making their way in as well. The gargoyle strategy did not work very well for Juan, as we can see that the ghouls are now just flooding in from the far side here. Let's take a look at that. I believe that is 7 ghouls now ready to come in and do a lot of damage. There is an Ancient of War coming off over here, and what are these ghouls looking to do? Not very much, I'm afraid, as the Death Knight now finally uses up another charge of that Rod of Necromancy. Alright, Ancient of War really going to get taken out over here, and this Ancient of War pretty much going to fall in a moment's notice, and that's going to really hurt the overall production of the Night Elf. The Night Elf These 4 archers are pretty much all you're going to get for a little bit of time. Hunter's Hall is coming in. Tree of Ages is coming in as well. The Death Knight cannot afford to waste all of his time chasing his opponent. He needs to strike while the iron's hot, and his opponent is unable to train up any extra units. All right, skeletal minions are now just flooding in here. In addition to those ghouls, Hunter's Hall looks like it will get taken out, and a skeletal minion looks like it will get taken down again, but a detonation was also used as well. The Death Knight doesn't have much experience, but he has at least forced a lot of Moonwell juice to be used and a lot of detonation on those wisps. However, the ghouls are not looking that strong either. The archers are all in a very nice tight pocket. They're well protected by these Moonwells, and it looks as though Juan is going to be forced to retreat. The Demon Hunter, still sitting at level 2, hasn't made it very far, and the Death Knight gets 4 units surrounded by 4 archers. This is huge. All right, the Death Knight does not have a Scroll of Town portal, does have a Dust of Appearance though, but with this many Moonwells, I don't believe that the Death Knight has a way out. The Death Knight now just trying to take down this archer over here. Meanwhile, let's take a look back over here. The low hit point ghoul, one of them does get taken out, and the Death Knight is now pretty much gonna be in trouble. The archer has enough of a charge, and this is pretty much going to be the game. The archer is going to finish off the Death Knight at level 1 and give a lot of time in terms of experience. All right, let's take a look. A slaughterhouse now taking a lot of damage here, and the slaughterhouse, it looks like it is still regenerating hit points ever so slightly, but it is still suffering a bit. I am surprised that WarchiefRich is not doing something a little bit more productive during this time while the Death Knight is away, and he does pick up a Panda. Panda sitting at level 1, Demon Hunter sitting at level 2, almost level 3, as the archers and the Panda could be making a move out across the map. We should be going into Ancients of Lore. There is 1, there is 2, so dual Ancients of Lore as the Demon Hunter now going after this Vile Temptress here. All right, level 3, gonna reach very easily. Wand of Illusion, Boots of Speed, now picked up by the Demon Hunter as well. There's that Wand of Illusion already making his way out as the Demon Hunter leaves the party in order to get some extra experience onto that Panda. All right, let's take a look at this. 2 Demon Hunters just venturing and wandering around the map. You can see this one off over here does have a Wand of Illusion still on him in his backpack, as the Wand of Illusion, I believe, was sold. All right, the Demon Hunter pretty much ignored now, as they know which one is the real one. This Demon Hunter gonna get surrounded. It is gonna get taken out, but at least no more free scouting on the far side of the map. Are we gonna get a mana burn? Yes, onto the Obsidian Statue. The Obsidian Statue, one of the few units that that cannot get healed. It is mechanical, so it can get repaired, and another second mana burn, and that Obsidian Statue pretty much taking a beating so far. All right, let's go after the Obsidian Statue now. The Obsidian Statue taking a lot of damage. Another mana burn has come underway, and after 3 mana burns, this Obsidian Statue is pretty much looking worse for wear. Another mana burn comes in. It is now down to 72 hit points, as this Demon Hunter is just laughing all the way, able to take out so much mana on this Obsidian Statue. That Obsidian Statue is now just afraid, gonna have nightmares of that Demon Hunter, as the Demon Hunter now runs back. All this time, the Panda has been trying to get to level 2, and has done so already. Gonna continue creeping, and as it continues to creep, this could be a very, very interesting pattern here. The Demon Hunter sitting at 3, forcing the Death Knight and the Lich trying to stay back at home. No real creeping going on. I believe I do believe that the Obsidian Statue was taken out. I don't see it anywhere on the map. There is, wait, maybe that's it. Getting repaired a little bit back. Meanwhile, the Panda, now sitting at level 2, needs just a little bit more experience to get to level 3, but it is low on hit points. Meanwhile, that Demon Hunter still running around the backside, able to mana burn, hit and run tactics all game long, as the Demon Hunter with Boots of Speed able to do a lot of damage. Orb of Corruption on that Lich does remove much of the threat of that Demon Hunter, but the Demon Hunter is still looking pretty strong overall. Let's take a look at this. All right, Giant Wolf Obsidian Statue is in play here. We can see Renegade Wizard coming in, Lightning Shield on that Giant Wolf, making it very, very easy. Another mana burn onto the Obsidian Statue. The Obsidian Statue is just not looking very, very strong right now, as the Rogue Wizard will get taken down. The Renegade Wizard and the Giant Wolf still coming into play. Are we perhaps going to see the Panda now try to come in and engage? And the Panda does come in with a Breath of Fire, does a little bit of damage, but the Demon Hunter is still caught on the wrong side of the fight here, as the archers are now charging on in. All right, it looks as though, yes, level 3 now on that Panda. A lot of low hit point units by Juan, as Juan was able to escape. Juan now looking to retreat all the way back. Let's take a look at this. Bears and Druid of the Claw. Now mastery training. Dryads have not been added, but we can see Abolish Magic has been started. Never mind, Dryads are all right there, as the archers are going to get phased out for Dryads, I believe, since the Dryads do have more hit points, are magic immune, even though they are unarmored. All right, let's come back over here. We can look at Juan's base. Juan's sitting at 49 over 50, and 49 over 50. Is he going to be going for another Frostworm? That looks to be the case here. As we are taking a look, the Death Knight still sitting at level 2, and he's trying to take down this Gargantuan Sea Turtle creep camp, but he must know that the Demon Hunter is nearby, or he's just trying to fight on Blight. There is another Frost Nova, the Obsidian Statue, just trying to stay in the positive, just trying to heal all of his, I guess, friendly units, but not being able to do so, as the Demon Hunter is right there again. All right, we could perhaps get a Devour Magic by that Destroyer. The Destroyer should easily, yes, remove that debuff there, as we are now going into another engagement. Bears now ready to go. Looking at the mana burn once again onto the Obsidian Statue, as the Obsidian Statue running out of mana rather quickly. The Demon Hunter now trying to back away once again, as the Bears, the Dryads, and the Archers are all ready for another fight. All right, Demon Hunter comes in, gets another mana burn, now tries to pull back again. Meanwhile, the Destroyer is right there. You can see that the Crypt Fiends are all together. In comes the Gargantuan Sea Turtles, and the Gargantuan Sea Turtle is going to get focused down. No, a little bit of creep jacking coming in, and if the Demon Hunter can actually get this final blow onto that unit there, that would actually give him a very, very large experience buffer over his opponent, who's still sitting at level 2, level 1. Destroyer is getting off a little bit of damage there, and all Juan wants to do is get to level 2 on this unit here, and it looks like the Gargantuan Sea Turtle, yes, goes to the Demon Hunter, and I believe also the other bear. Squirrel the Beast is in the back there. Staff of Preservation saving another unit, as the Death Knight picks up the Squirrel of the Beast. That is a 200 gold item, which is very important at this point, as all the units are now retreating. Panda sitting at level 3, Demon Hunter sitting at level 3, Death Knight unfortunately still sitting at level 2, and the Lich still sitting at level 1, even though we're 12 minutes and 30 seconds into this game. Obsidian Statue still looking to clear out this giant sea turtle creep camp, and the Demon Hunter has to feel very, very confident in this fight right now, knowing that he has superior units and he also has superior heroes. All right, there goes that unit, or that Hawk there. We could be going into a bit of an engagement. The Destroyers not even bothering to devour the magic. There it goes, finally devouring it. Is he going to turn around and get some damage? There's a Frost Nova, but the Dryads may get some easy time onto all of these low hit point ghouls who are just running, and Juan is just constantly running from his opponent, and because he is running, he is giving free damage. Anytime your opponent is able to deal damage while you are not dealing damage, that is always not a good trade. Skeletal Minion attempting to take down a Tree of Life will not be able to do so, as the Demon Hunter looks to venture forth again. There is another mana burn, and still trying to perhaps take down unit after unit. Destroyer currently getting poisoned. That damage over time between the slow poison and the venom of the Orb of Venom does take its toll on all of these undead units. Bears, Dryads now looking to regroup themselves. We can see the Panda off over here. Plenty of mana for that Breath of Fire combination. Meanwhile, the Death Knight looking to just get a little bit of experience, perhaps get up to level 3, and then at level 3, those Death Coils will actually be worth casting to try and save units. A 400 hit point heal compared to a 200 hit point heal is a night and day difference, as we see Juan now rolling out with one Frostworm. So far though, Juan, if he's able to creep out to these creep camps, the Dark Wizard gonna get taken out very easily there. There it goes. Red Drake Egg now being left behind, healing, and that could be very, very useful as a summon. But the what am I talking about? The abolished magic of the Dryads are going to make that summon pretty much obsolete. He needed a stone golem in order to be magic immune, and then perhaps that would be enough. Demon Hunter still sitting at level 3 though. It looks like the Death Knight has caught up. The Lich has caught up as well, so it's now 3-3 to 3-3. But it may be too little too late with the Bears already sitting at 2-0 upgrades and the Dryad sitting at 2-0 upgrades. Frostworm now making its way into position. You can see 2 destroyers there. The Dryads, the archers, just so strong against all of the AoE or the Frost Nova damage. The Death Knight now making its way over here. Are we going to see the Gargantuan Sea Turtle taken out very quickly? Yes, we are. And let's take a look. The supply is 60 over 70. 70 for the Night Elf, 60 for the Undead. No surprise there. And we now see that the Demon Hunter has ventured forth a little bit too far. All right, are we going to see a little bit of a turnaround? There we go. Bear taking a lot of damage. The Frostworm, however, one of the very slow-moving targets, now needs to perhaps try and engage. There's a Death Coil saving it, and now in comes the Panda with a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. There is the Summon unit. There's the Dryad, and you saw how quickly it got abolished. All right, Panda now gets a Potion of Healing. Is it going to get taken down by a Death Coil? It looks like it. No, not going to get taken down, as the Scroll of Town Portal was transferred just in time. Bears now making their way over. Bears now trying to finish off this giant sea turtle. No such luck there. The Death Knight now sitting at level 3, and that fight went as well as it could possibly go for Juan, as we now see all the units are now backing up. Okay, so, Goblin Sappers now being picked up, and where are they going to run off to? Are they going to try to take down this Tree of Life? That could be the case. The Goblin Sappers now running back around. Perhaps if they can detonate on a collection of Moonwells, all of a sudden Rich's home field healing advantage would be completely gone. All the units are now trying to run away. The Dryads getting in some easy damage onto this abomination. Meanwhile, off over here, the Goblin Sappers. There goes one. Are we going to see another? Are we going to see another? Yes, there goes 2, and all of a sudden the Tree of Life is gone, and kaboom. Let's take a look at what's happening over here. The Demon Hunter now going after the Lich. The Lich trying to run away. The Lich is getting all caught up in the wrong position. However, line of sight must have been a problem there, as the Demon Hunter now going after the Lich. The Lich, oh, are we going to get a Death Coil? No Death Coil. And oh, Mana Burn on the Lich for the kill at 28 mana. And wow, the Juan without mana on that Death Knight, unable to heal the Lich. And things right when they were going right for Juan, now going completely wrong, as Lich being forced to resurrect a level 3 Lich. Panda sitting at level 4. Demon Hunter sitting at level 4. You can see the Bronze Drake now getting taken out. Dark Wizard going to get taken down as well. Scroll of Restoration, very good healing. Tome of Intelligence +2 most likely will be picked up by the Panda, if it's picked up at all. Yeah, like I said, if it's picked up at all, as we see another cancellation on this Tree of Life. WarchiefRich losing his Expo, and now actually being behind in terms of gold, getting about 30% less than his opponent, as the destroyers have now come in once again. So Juan actually making this game a bit interesting here, able to push in and take down a couple of these key buildings. All right, there is a Death Coil. Scroll of Town Portal. Are the destroyers close enough? The Demon Hunter does not get the kill there. Wow, talk about a very low hit point Crypt Fiend. That Crypt Fiend had taken so much damage, and that was pretty much it. All right, let's take a look back over here. Panda still has that Scroll of Restoration. Demon Hunter sitting at level 4. May try to get to level 5 here. If it does take down this Dark Wizard and the Green Drake, he will have taken down 2 of the, I believe, 5 red creep camps by himself, and that would give him a huge advantage in terms of items. 1 Scroll of Restoration is already very strong. We're looking at a Potion of Divinity now on that Panda, and a Potion of Divinity, a full 25 seconds of invulnerability on a Demon Hunter might as well be a get or an automatic win card for that Demon Hunter, as that Demon Hunter could easily win the fight here. All right, let's take a look. Come back over here. You can see that this gold mine has pretty much been mined, or this gold mine has been cleared. The Death Knight does have a Book of the Dead, a little bit more useful, as the Book of the Dead does require a lot more abolished magic than the Red Drake, since the Red Drake is just a single target, while the Book of the Dead is, I believe, 3 melee and 3 range units. All right, let's take a look at this. The Death Knight still seen at level 4. Lich still seen at level 3. Not very many creep camps left. Both sides creeping. Demon Hunter already sitting at 5. Panda gonna get to 5 off of this creep camp here. Let's go. Renegade Wizard. Claws of Attack +6 now picked up as the Demon Hunter with a Potion of Divinity. So strong. And a Ring of Protection +2. That looks like a very strong 1-2 combination. And now in comes the Slow Poison. All right, there goes a Quick Archer now getting absolutely melted by a level 2 Frost Nova and a level 2 Death Coil. I guess if you're gonna leave, might as well take out a unit, but that was not very mana efficient at all. Another Obsidian Statue now trying to be added. Let's take a look. The Death Knight trying to regenerate more hit points back on Blight. The Destroyer, the same thing as well. There are still 2 red creep camps in the corner, but those are extremely difficult to get to. Near impossible unless by air. As the Lich now making its way forward here. All right, let's take a look. Are we gonna see a bit of an attack come in here? Yes, the Demon Hunter is there, absorbing a bit of damage, now trying to pull back. All right, get some shots, get some damage off onto some of those units. And the Demon Hunter, I guess with a Death Wish, knowing that he has a get out of the jail free card, but he shouldn't really be pushing until he is ready for it. All right, that Demon Hunter sitting at level 5. Is he going to continue to creep? It doesn't look like any additional gold mines have been established at all. And that Demon Hunter is just venturing off right there. All right, Tree of Life now entangling this gold mine. Main gold mines have pretty much been mined out. Where is a Tree of Eternity walking to? This was a Tree of Life, I believe. Yes, Tree of Life here. Tree of Eternity. Is it walking to the new base? Yes, it will be. Sitting on 1,000 gold right now, and still unable to do anything else. Let's take a look back over here. The Panda sitting at level 5. Is he going to buy some useful items? Maybe a Scroll of Healing? No, Boots of Speed on that Panda. And that Panda is now just looking that much stronger. All right, Dryads. I guess all lined up against the tree line here. Lich. +31 Lich? Wow. +29 attack damage Lich. That is... That's pretty much unheard of. Okay, so that Lich's damage is within the realm of Blade Master now, especially with the Orb of Corruption. That Lich is going to be dealing significant amounts of damage as that Demon Hunter quickly Orbs of Venom to Destroyers. And this is one of those things that professional players do consistently. Spread that damage over time debuff to 2 separate units and let that damage really just take its toll. Dryads are now ready to go. Tree of Eternity now entangling this gold mine. We can see that there are Script Fiends here, Ghouls here, Acolytes now being brought over. Juan pretty much knowing that this is going to be his final fight. He needs to bring everything that he can afford to lose into this battle and perhaps try to win it, or perhaps try to establish up a new base, as the Acolytes are just wandering around here. Here we go. What are the Acolytes going to be doing? There's a mana burn onto the Lich, and Juan pretty much asleep at the wheel, not engaging for a while, and this is just going to be a complete one-sided battle as Rich was able to just walk in and deal so much damage to these units. The Dryads now focusing down and just poking apart many of these units here. Lich now sitting at level 4 finally, but the Lich is just fighting back and trying to deal as much damage as possible. Unable to stutter step all too effectively, though, as the Destroyers are not really engaging. Juan losing control of his units, and you can see what the toll is as Rich is just walking over and taking down unit after unit. The Dryads really pushing hard onto the Undead, and the Undead now in full retreat. Bear still continuing their chase. Demon Hunter realizes, hey, you know what? I don't need to chase any further. Minimize my losses. Head back home. And that is going to be the GG. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed Game 2.